It was late, too late, really, and Sarah had just finished getting ready for bed. The house was quiet, save for the soft hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen and the distant sound of a train passing far outside. The faint glow of street lights filtered in through the curtains, casting soft shadows around her bedroom. She stood in front of the mirror, brushing her hair, her reflection calmly echoing every movement. She didn't feel like sleeping just yet. Her thoughts swirled in the solitude, and she paused, staring at herself. The reflection of her face was so familiar, but for a moment she thought something was wrong. There was something off about the way the shadows played across her features, something almost unnatural, as though the mirror didn't fully reflect her. Her heartbeat quickened, an uneasy feeling creeping down her spine. She told herself it was nothing, just a trick of the light. She wasn't some scared little girl anymore. She set the brush down, but still, her gaze lingered in the mirror. The stillness of her reflection seemed to stretch on for too long, as if it was waiting. Waiting for what? Then something caught her eye. There, in the reflection in the corner of the mirror, just outside the frame of her room, was a shadow. It was dark and shapeless, but it was there moving, slowly, deliberately, like it was following her every motion. She turned her head sharply, but the room was still empty. Her breath caught in her throat. She had no idea what it was, but it wasn't just her imagination. She could feel it. With shaky hands, she reached up to adjust the lamp next to her, trying to dispel the tension in her chest. But when she looked back into the mirror, it was worse. The shadow wasn't just lingering now, it was closer, standing right behind her in the reflection. Her stomach dropped. She quickly spun around. Nothing. Her room was exactly how it had been when she'd first entered. No one was there. "Get a grip, Sarah," she muttered under her breath, rubbing her eyes. She was tired, overworked. It was probably just the stress getting to her. But when she turned back to the mirror, her reflection was still standing there, but it wasn't her anymore. Her reflection, still mimicking her movements, but the eyes, those eyes were wrong. They were too wide, too dark. The figure in the mirror wasn't just reflecting her anymore. It was smiling at her, slowly, unnaturally. The smile stretched across its face, too wide to be normal, its lips cracking into a grin that was not hers.